You're watching F5. We were at GITEX 2024 at the World Trade Center in Dubai. I'm excited to be here at the F5 booth. I was here last year, more beautiful than last year. Last year I thought we had a beautiful display. Now we've got an even better one, which is going to fit in amongst all of the other beautiful booths around here. But for now, I am actually talking to Mac. Mac, can I get you to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Mohammed AbuKhater. I'm the Vice President for Middle East, Turkey and Africa, based in Dubai.
Fantastic. This has been a really exciting region to watch over the last couple of years. I know internally within F5, it's been really highlighted that this is the fastest growing region for us right now. Maybe you can give us a little bit of an idea of how things have changed since last year. What's been growing in this region to make it so special and keep it growing?
Yeah, well said. Actually, Middle East, Turkey and Africa is still a very interesting region. We are still having the same pace of growth across different countries. We are still seeing tier one countries that are still really picking up the business across the region. I can mention like UAE, Saudi, Qatar, Egypt. Turkey is coming into the picture this year with a very high growth, actually compared to the previous years, with a high demand on different security, networking products from F5.
Wow. Last time we talked about it, but some of the advancements have been kind of spurred on by finance, by modernization in government as well. Is that continuing to be the case?
So today, if you look to the highest demand coming from mainly two sectors, finance and government. These are still the highest in terms of business demand. However, the mix of the demand really changed. So if you look 1 or 2 years back, we used to say that this is an only hardware-driven region. Today we're talking about more SaaS coming into the picture. We're seeing a cloud demand as well, and more understanding from those type of sectors where they go with the software instead of hardware, which they want that will help them to be more agile towards having multi-data center environments, having more flexible licensing model, and we started to see this is increasing. Now what is interesting as well, when we used to talk 3 years back about what we call it enterprise license agreement, we used to know those famous vendors talking about those. But you'll be surprised to see today that F5 is coming into the play, and we scored the highest, what we call a flexible consumption program, the highest ever this year from the Middle East, Turkey and Africa.
Wow, okay. That's always really impressive to see as well, because it's usually once a customer has really seen the value of the entire F5 portfolio to want to move in that direction because they believe and trust in where we're going with our solutions. And I know we have actually invested in a point of presence for a distributed cloud in the area, and you're seeing customers adopt that very, very quickly, hey?
Yeah. Now, if you look to the region here, we are a heavily regulated region, which means data is important to be present inside the region. To answer that, F5 really took a decision to build the first ever point of presence, or what we call it in other terms, regional edge, which really to answer the local requirements, and UAE was the first, and other countries will follow at later stage. Now, why we did that? It was a high demand from multiple customers. Currently, we are in the process really to certify our point of presence really to be able to have it compliant with the government requirements. But today, you'll be surprised to know, we have a very large financial sector, private entities that are already onboarded on our POP in UAE, and it's fully operating today and gives different SaaS, security and networking services to our customers.
And forgive my ignorance, but if a POP is in the UAE, is that going to cover multiple countries in the region as far as like their regulations?
So yes and no, to be honest. It's very minimal yes, which means some countries will accept that idea, given that they are either a multi-branch organization, they accept that one. But if we're going to limit our answer to say government customers, no. Every government customer, they need in-country. However, you have leading countries that are going into the cloud more faster than the others. If I can mention like Qatar, where they partnered with large hyperscalers like Google and Microsoft, and they started to accept the cloud concept to be onboarded on those hyperscalers because they built their own POPs inside the country. And today, if you see the Middle East, and if you talk about Qatar, was one of the highest countries in terms of what we call the private offering, where we partner with Google and Microsoft to offer to their customers in the government and the private sector as well.
All right, we can solve anything.
Yeah.
All right, last question for you. Everybody's talking about this now, so I got to ask you, what are you seeing with AI in this region? Is it a real thing? Is it changing businesses? Or right now, are people just talking about it but not really having any business use cases?
Today, if you look to GITEX today around us, you will find AI in every poster, in every stand. Everybody would like to talk about AI. And AI is very promising, to be honest, and we can see around us some of those robots are going around us and AI operated. Yeah. Today, even if you do any services today, inside the country, in Saudi, in UAE, in Qatar, you will say the first thing it's an AI operated or an AI enabled. So it is there, it is happening, and we see the future on that one. However, it is important for people to understand, or the users of AI, to understand AI is backed up by a big risk, which if we don't manage in terms of cyber attacks, because when we talk about AI means APIs. APIs means risk and cyber attacks door to higher cyber attacks. So we need to be careful about that. And this is where many of the vendors like us, they are coming with solutions to overcome an AI, which are two things. One is security risk, the other one is the performance as well. And this is where F5 is coming with solutions to support performance and security in the same time.
I think you positioned it really well. First of all, we have flexibility as far as architecture goes. We are addressing regulations, and when it comes to AI, it is APIs at the end of the day, and we have solutions for all of that. So no matter what, all of the changes happening in the region, I feel like we are adopting and adapting to that really, really well. So really great to have you as a leader out here to be able to see through that change and see all of our customers through that. Thank you very much for this conversation today. Thank you for checking out this video. We'll have more from GITEX 2024 as well, so make sure you like, follow, subscribe, do all those things, and otherwise we will see you on the next one. Bye now.